everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And today, y'all, I am in the melon patch, and this melon patch is looking so good. Y'all, look around me. Y'all can't see the whole thing because I don't have y'all backed all the way up, but just look. Y'all just look. Just look. Just absolutely beautiful. Bud, thank you so much. I appreciate you running the roosters from over here. I do appreciate it, but you know you keep stepping on my vines, and we just don't want no problems over here. So come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. That way. Sit down right there. You good right there. You good right there. You good right there, bud. Thank you. You good right there, bro. Fist bump. All right, y'all, look. Being in this melon patch, the sounds are absolutely amazing. All I hear is buzz, just everywhere. There are hundreds of bees around me right now. I believe our bees from our hives, and of course bees from what I like to call the bumble family, and even a few butterflies, you know. And then of course those cabbage moths are out here too. I'm gonna get me a butterfly net, and actually I'm gonna get a few, and I'm gonna let the grandbabies come out here and have a great time trying to catch these things. I know they'll catch them. But anyway, you all, I'm standing in our melon patch and it looks so good. It's just so vibrant and so much. Look, I'm just happy about it. Now listen, you all, the irrigation is out here, but it's not even set up. Before the plants got this big, I literally just ran the drip tape on each row out here, okay? But the main line tubing is down there and it's not set up. These plants haven't been watered by drip, period, all right? In fact, I think I watered these plants myself. I don't know when I watered them, but I think I watered them myself a few times just to make sure they wouldn't dry out before we set up the irrigation on them. But afterwards, we've just been fertilizing them on a weekly basis, you all. And I'm going to show you all in probably another video, since I don't have it out here with me, the fertilizer that I'm using to fertilize our melon patch. We have all kind of melons growing out here. We have watermelons growing out here. We have cantaloupes growing out, honeydew melon. There's a melon called something Rajasthan melon. I cannot pronounce that melon for nothing in the world. But we have that melon growing out here. One of my favorite melons that I absolutely love is the canary melon. We have canary melons growing out here, you all. But the watermelons, and actually my canary melons, I'm gonna back y'all up so y'all can see these canary melon plants. I want y'all to see them. All right, now come on. I know. All right, now come on, look at this. These three spaces here, 1, 2, 3, these are canary melons. All right, now in this spot down here, I don't know what happened, but the plant died. Okay, I think something stepped on it and broke the stem, but it died. Come here, come. I just told you to get out of my melon patch. Come on right here. Come on, thank you. Sit down right here on the edge. There you go. Thank you, bud. Okay, so now I went back in that spot right there, you all, and I just dropped 3 seeds in there. And they're growing just fine. Look at them. They're growing just fine. But this one, check this out. Can y'all see down here? I hope y'all can't see. Come on down, let me show y'all. I know Mrs. H be moving y'all around so much. But I want you to see this though. Look at this. This to me is exciting. This is my first time growing this type of melon. And look, can y'all see that melon? Look at that. There's 2 of them. There's one here and one here. Oh, actually there's more than that. There's one there. And there's one here. I don't think we can see it, but it's just an itty bitty one right here. So far, there are five. There's another one. So we have plenty of canary melons growing here. I know there's some in there too, but this one is the largest so far of them. Y'all, to me, that melon is the best tasting melon I have ever had. Over cantaloupe, over honeydew, over all of them. It has the sweetest citrusy taste that, I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And this is my new favorite right here when it comes to melons like this over honeydew melon. And honeydew used to be my favorite. So now, y'all, canary melons have taken their place. All right, now look, down here, the rest of this is, first of all, let's talk about right here. Honeydews and cantaloupes. Y'all can see how well these are growing. Honeydew melons, cantaloupes, and then I have that, can't pronounce it, but that's it right there. Wait, right here. That's it. It's weird, right? I'm pointing way over there, but the plant is right here. So in any case, you all of these melons are looking so very good. Now, many of you know that I was also growing the Black Diamond, the Crimson Sweet, and Sugar Baby. I only had one Sugar Baby plant, which was right here. And this Sugar Baby plant, I think something stepped on it and broke the main stem, and then the whole plant died back, right? I think maybe I don't know if it was the cats or a dog or what, but it broke this plant. And I came back and just dropped 3 seeds. So that's why this plant looks a lot smaller than the rest of them, because it's several weeks behind them. But you could see that it's growing so well. And here's the thing, even though I planted this one later, the Sugar Baby, look, excuse me, bee family, I already got a melon. Look at there. Look at that. Actually, there's a second one in there. I already got 2 melons in here. 2 of them. Let me see. Can y'all see right here? Yeah, I already got 2 melons in here. Look at that. And this Sugar Baby was planted later than my Black Diamonds and much later than the Crimson Sweet. The Crimsons are over there on the other side. Now, the Crimsons are doing very well too. Now, keep in mind that Crimson melons, you all, they are a large melon. They get fairly large, right? So the Crimsons, it does take them a little bit of time, but they are growing. They are growing. The Sugar Babies grow much faster than the Crimsons, right? I know y'all crooked, I'm sorry. I'm on a hill. Okay. So you all, we just too far away. We too far away. Sorry. We are too far away. Okay, that works. All right. Now I'm going to try to get in here and show y'all. These Crimsons in here. Okay? All right. And that's going to be without stepping on any vines. Here's one right here. I don't know if you could see it, but there it is. And I even see the Black Diamonds coming on here too. All of these vines are kind of tangled up together, but I do see some of the Black Diamonds. I do see the Crimsons, and they're all looking pretty good. They're all doing good, y'all. And I think, look, let me talk to y'all, because I don't know if you all saw the video of us preparing this patch, all right? I don't know if you saw the video of us preparing this patch, but I'm going to talk to you all about this right now. Now, let me get the camera back in position. I'm going to raise it up some so that we can all see each other. Okay, you all. So, there we go. Okay, so if you didn't see that video of the melon patch, no, go this way. Go that way. I'm not playing with you, bud. If you didn't see the see, he's so hard-headed. Come on, this way. Come on, go. Good boy. Stay. He's so hard-headed. He's stubborn. Okay, y'all. So now, it's so many bees everywhere. You all, I'm gonna post that video at the end. But I remember when I posted that video, some of the comments were that the melons probably wouldn't do well, right? And the reason why they probably wouldn't do well is because melons like to be planted in hills. In hills or in mounds, okay? And I know. I've heard that my entire gardening life, that melons like to be planted mounded up, right? So that the vines can just kind of sprawl on down, or for whatever reason, they just prefer mounds, okay? But that's not what we did, all right? Literally, this is just sand that I'm standing on, all right? We've grown in this area before using a few different methods, okay? But this time I wanted to do something that would be more permanent for this area, and also something that would not take quite as much work from year to year, all right? And not to mention, once I pull these plants up, y'all, I could come right back and drop in some giant cabbages, which I'm excited to try to grow this year. I am getting some cabbage seeds that are supposedly for cabbages that gets, and I'm not talking about leaves, I'm talking about the cabbage head itself. It's supposed to get this big around, okay? So once these melons come up out of the ground, you all, this is the perfect spacing for those giant cabbages to hopefully grow big. And I want to see if I could successfully grow them, because one cabbage could feed, man, a family for a long time. We're not gonna keep all of these. We're gonna share. Bud, you are so hard-headed. You are knocking my buds off of my get. Sit down. He knocked my melon bud off. That's why I have to keep them from over here. I'm not upset, bud. Just stay from over here. So you all, imagine those big cabbages growing out here. This is plenty of space. These holes have been planted 5 feet apart in both directions, okay? So the plants are spaced 5 feet apart, and the rows are 5 feet apart as well, all right? And so plenty of room for something like a giant cabbage to grow, right? So this space can be utilized from the spring into the summer, and then from the late summer into the fall, right? To grow those really big cabbages. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. But in any case, you all, we dug out spaces. We put the ground cover down. We did not prepare this area underneath the ground. We didn't do anything to this, okay? Other than put down ground cover, burn holes, dig the holes out, backfill it with organic matter, fertilize, and plant in it. I will show you all that video at the end of this one if you want to see how it was done. And you all just look. There's no mounds here, but just look. I have melons everywhere. Everywhere I look on every single plant, I'm seeing melons. Now, I don't know if I said this already, but yes, I have fertilized these. I'm trying to fertilize them on a weekly basis. That doesn't always work out. Sometimes instead of it being every 7 days or 10 days or so, it goes a little bit longer. But I am fertilizing them as often as I can. Sometimes rain happens and you don't want to come out and fertilize and it's raining, because what? It's just going to wash it away, okay? So now, just look at the growth, at the production on these melons. The sugar baby that's producing melons, and it was planted last out here, but I already have 2 melons on them, right? And then this third canary melon plant that also was planted very late, it's doing good too. But if you want to know what I am really excited about, other than the rest of these melons and the canary melon, come on, let me show you. Straighten you up. All right, let's go. Because I really want y'all to see this. We're going to leave this melon patch and we're going to the next melon patch. Oh yeah, there's another one. Woo! Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Okay. Y'all see where we at now? Mm-hmm. We are in the other melon patch. Mm-hmm. We are in the other melon patch. And this melon patch is my pride and joy. Reason being, this is my favorite watermelon. Come on, Jax, over here, over here. This watermelon stole my heart a few years ago. And believe it or not, after so many issues with trying to harvest that melon, from melon splitting, because we were getting so much rain and the melons were just bursting open. Rabbits were eating out the sides of the melons, and we had this big beautiful melon, and then we would go to pick it up and there's nothing underneath it, you know, because the rabbits have been eating them out. But this melon is the Yamada cream watermelon, and I originally purchased these seeds from Baker Creek, I want to say a few years ago when I first tried growing it, y'all. And then I went back to order some more. I think I ordered a few packets, so I had some seeds left over. But afterwards, they stopped selling them. They stopped selling these seeds. And I had a few more seeds left in a packet. And some of our viewers sent us some Yamada cream seeds because they knew. I was like, y'all, this is all I got. And if something happens to these where they don't germinate, or something comes along, you know, I don't have any more. And true enough, that did happen. But I had some extras because some of you had some that you sent me, and then I had a few left that from my packet as well, and I planted them. And look, come on, bring y'all in real close. I got 2 of these out here. Actually, I'm sorry, I got 3 of them out here. And I'm gonna lower the camera down because I really want y'all to see these melons, all right? I want y'all to see how beautiful they look. Look at this. And I'm gonna be very gentle, very careful. Y'all look at this beautiful melon. It's starting to get a crack in it. It's starting to get a little crack in it right here. I could see that. It's not ready to be harvested by no means. But it's already starting to get a little crack right here. That does concern me. I don't want that to happen. Man. So, and I think I know why this is happening here. I have a few more right here. Let me turn this camera this way so you can hopefully see the other one here, which is right here. This one is looking good. No cracks. I don't feel any cracks in this melon. So far, this one is doing pretty good. And I have one little one right here as well. You can't see it, but there it is right here. So that's 3. So I'm really gonna have, I actually have a lot of them growing out here, y'all. It's a lot of little ones. They're everywhere. The smaller ones are, okay? Yeah, the smaller ones are everywhere as well, but that's my big one right there. And it's got me a little concerned. Now, when that water line broke, you all, it was flooded out here, and we didn't know that, okay? We think the water line broke sometimes in the evening, late, right? Because when we got up Saturday, we had no water. And when I came out here, all of this, the water literally was just pouring down, and all of this, the entire garden, everything was just overly saturated. And I'm wondering, man, did they get too much water? What could have happened? No, ma'am. Nope, nope, nope. No, ma'am. Out. Go. No, ma'am. Nope. Go, Rainy. Go. Let me get out of this garden because she's not going to stop following me over here. This is my neighbor's dog, and I think she's the one who stepped on my melons the other day because she, not the other day, but when my watermelons over there got damaged, a few of them did, it was because she walked through there, right? So, and I think she did this. I want to say she did because I did see her over here, but I wasn't positive. This is our neighbor's dog, and she just comes over, you know? So, but anyway, you all, I wonder if that's what happened, if they got flooded out, just too much water. And then not to mention, we had a whole lot of rain here as well. When? Yesterday or the day before? Tuesday, Monday. Yesterday. She's leaving. We had a lot of rain here, you all. So, not to mention the ground was still pretty saturated from when this happened, right? So then we had a downpour overnight into the early morning Monday. And I'm hoping that maybe that's the only reason why this melon is splitting, and that it is not something that is associated with this particular type of watermelon. Because we had that problem before, but I keep saying that it was because of the rain, too much water, right? The other ones are not splitting. So I'm gonna have to be very careful with this. The good thing about our irrigation here is that, there's so many bees. The good thing about our irrigation here, you all, is that, look at that little melon there. Y'all, it's about 10 little bitty melons. Oh, it's about 10 little bitty melons down here. I see them everywhere. I see them everywhere. But we have the irrigation set up down here that allows us to shut off. Look, it allows us, this valve right here, allows us to shut off the water to this line. And we have them all the way down. So if we're watering the plants out here and I only want to water these for a short amount of time, I can come and turn this off. And so that will keep the water from coming through that drip tape going to my melons, especially if I only want my melons to have a certain amount of water, okay? So now you all, that is typically what I do, because I will water the other crops a little bit longer than I water the melons. I don't water the melons overnight. I water them in the mornings and just for a few short hours in the morning, because it is a drip tape, you know, so it's just a drip, right? It's not like water just pouring out, watering these plants. No, it's not like that. And so because the line is so long, look at that. See that? It's coming all the way from down there to water every single row in this garden. And the melons this is the last rows that are to be watered. So this drip on the melons, I'll leave it on for about 2 to 3 hours, right? And I could just come out and test the soil and see what it's like. But I'll leave it on for a few hours, and then I can shut these off and I can let these water a little longer. And I don't have to do that every day. Wow. I don't have to do that every day. I only do it every couple of days, every 2 or 3 days, depending on what the temperatures are outside and what the soil feels like, because I will come and check it. And if when I put my finger down in that top 2 inches or so and it's dry, I will water, okay? So that's what we do when it comes to the irrigation. And as you could see, everything else in the garden is growing so well. It's so beautiful, lush and green, right? So everything else is growing well. We're still going to do that garden tour, by the way, but we had to do a tour of the melon patch too. I had to show you all what was going on in the melon patch. So this makes me so happy and so excited, y'all, to be sharing this with you all, because I know so many of you were like, Mrs. H, we hope it works. We hope it works. I'm like, me too. Me too, you know. And am I going to prune my vines on these Yamada cream watermelon? I don't know. I don't know. I've never pruned melon plants before, and growing watermelons, I have always kind of had the, you know, we'll get what we get, but I'm not cutting my vines, and I never did. The thing here is that I really want to force the plant to putting a lot of energy into just a few melons. Although I want the melons, I want the seeds the most, okay? I want the melon, believe you me. I want the seeds the most because it's my favorite, right? And I can get so many seeds from one melon to where I know that one melon will give me enough seeds to allow me to produce these delicious melons, these favorites of mine, for many years to come. One melon. So if I prune a plant, it will only be from probably one plant, or one, you know, the plants that are in one hole. It's about 3 plants in each hole, because remember, I put 3 seeds in a hole, and some of them, hey, get out of it. Nope, get. I put 3 seeds in a hole, and for those that the transplants didn't do well, I put 3 seeds in a hole, and then the others were transplants, and I put 3 transplants in a hole. I'm thinking it was because I ran out of plants. or something. But I know in this one right here on this row, the plants are smaller because they are much further behind the plants that are in this row, because these were started from seed in the ground, okay? No transplants, just direct sowed, okay? So now these right here have melons on them. And once the melons get a little larger, I may prune the vine on the plant that has I may prune the vine that has 2 melons on it. I may snip that vine and allow that plant to force that energy into growing those 2 melons and see how it goes. I'm not going to take a chance on doing that on all of them, because there are so many different things that could go wrong there, and I don't want to take a chance on preventing new fruit to grow in the event that a rabbit comes or a melon splits or something like that. I don't want to take a chance on limiting the production, okay? So if I do it, it's going to be on one plant and I'll see how it goes. All right, y'all? But that is going to do it for the video, the tour of the melon patch and how it is all doing so well so far. I'm concerned about my big watermelon with that little split trying to come in it. I'm not going to put no water on that plant. It rained yesterday so heavy and so hard, and so I know that was probably a little too much. I'm being very careful not to do inconsistent watering, because inconsistent watering could also cause your crops to, or your melons to split. If you're not watering them consistently and then all of a sudden you get a whole bunch of rain or something like that, those things could pop on you just like that, because it's so much water all at once. And so I'm trying to be very consistent in my watering, at least every 3 days for just a few hours a day, to make sure that they stay not wet, because watermelons don't like that, you know. They don't like all that excess water, okay? So, but just to keep the roots moist enough. And then you all, when I feed them pretty heavy, right? I feed them pretty heavy. I got a pot that I use. This old Teflon pot that I got from, I want to say it was some secondhand store that sell old stuff. It wasn't called Goodwill, but it was some other kind of store. And they had these old pots in there. And I think that little pot was like $2. And I'm like, oh, I could use this. I got it a couple of years ago. I'm like, I could use this when I'm fertilizing, you know, certain crops like tomatoes and whatnot. So now I use it when I fill my buckets with the liquid fertilizer that I had been using, which is called More Bloom. I had been using that for the melons in the past, or at least I bought it to use it for the melons in the past. And I don't think I've used it very much since I've had it, to tell you the truth. And so, in fact, I still have the same gallon jug that I've had for, kind of like that fish emulsion. That fish emulsion jug is a few years old. So, but this year I'm making myself use it on all of these melons, because, well, you know why. I really want these melons and I really want these seeds. So I'm really making sure I go the extra mile in babying these melon plants. So y'all, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope y'all enjoyed the potato harvest video. I'm gonna do a video answering some of you all's questions about the potato harvest, because some of you had a few questions that I do want to answer for you about growing these potatoes in these boxes, okay? But y'all, that's gonna do it. If you haven't done so already, please give our video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos we upload to our channel. And thank you all again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, and y'all remember, grow your groceries.